Go right in. We'll call you when it's your turn.
Thank you.
No, this makes the day perfect.
I'm not going to fight with you.
Really. You know, Jason is the one with the fight on his hands. And I can't help wondering when this day is over, who is going to end up hurting him the most.
On behalf of the District Attorney's Office, I would just like to thank you all for giving up your valuable time to execute your civic duty. This will not be a long trial, because the evidence that we have is irrefutable. Jason Morgan, that man sitting right over there, is guilty of first-degree murder. His crime was not fueled by greed. It wasn't committed in the heat of passion or even in self-defense. Lorenzo Alcazar's death was calculated, premeditated, cold-blooded murder. But that's what Mr. Morgan does. See, he is a professional killer. Shooting Lorenzo Alcazar was just another day at the office for him. But the fact is, a man is dead. And Jason Morgan should be made to pay for his crime.
So, is Lucky going to be in court?
I don't know. We didn't talk about it.
Gee, I wonder why.
If you don't mind.
It's a direct feed from the courtroom. So what are you going to say on the stand?
Depends on what they ask me.
Like, about your relationship with Jason.
I'm going to be honest.
Good for you.
Well, aren't you?
Well, the truth could be a problem. Especially in this case, I was on the inside. I know a lot about Jason's work. If I tell the truth, that could be Jason's worst nightmare.
I can't believe that things went so wrong between the two of you that you would be willing to hurt the man who has given you so much.
The district attorney failed to mention his very real personal vendetta against my client, Jason Morgan. That man has accused Jason Morgan of everything from murder to moonshine. And in every case, the charges were without merit, and so they were dropped, as they should have been dropped in this case, because once again, the district attorney is quite simply wrong. And Jason Morgan is not guilty. The DA never bothered to look at one other suspect in this case. And he also failed to mention that this is a murder trial without a dead body. There's no body. Lorenzo Alcazar is a well-known crime figure and an international arms dealer. He calls Venezuela home. He holds a Venezuelan passport. He is also a person of interest in the recent hostage crisis at the Metro Court. But before he could be questioned about that, Lorenzo Alcazar disappeared. He is quite simply no longer in Port Charles. But instead of finding Lorenzo Alcazar, wherever he may be, the district attorney has once again decided to railroad my client because it has become standard procedure to lay any and all crimes, unsolved crimes, in the greater Port Charles area at the feet of Jason Morgan. I will agree with the district attorney on one thing only. This is going to be a very short trial, because I have every confidence that after you see past the DA's smoke and mirrors, past his so-called evidence, that you will find Jason Morgan not guilty.
Mr. Lansing, are you ready to call your first witness?
Yes, I am, Your Honor. The prosecution calls Samantha McCall.